Hi, Martina. We are talking about the structure for your tours. First thing, on your calendar, you want to list the name of the person and their phone number. And then also, if you know anything, like they're looking for a 3-year-old spot. And then what time are they going to come in? I generally try to schedule tours at 10 or 2 or 2:30 because those are good times to see the whole center in action. I try not to schedule tours during the rest time. A popular day to do tours is Fridays, and that's a great day to do it. Also, late afternoons on Fridays are really popular for tours too. People are in a good mood on Fridays, so it's a good day to get a tour in. So they come in, I ask them to meet me come into one of the church's entrances, and that way they'll be able to find us easily. So they come in, I go out and meet them, and then I walk them through our Garden Dreams entrance. When I come in, first I ask them a little bit, who are you? How'd you hear about us? What are anything else, kind of make a little bit of small talk with them. And then when we walk in the front door, I am telling them about, okay, this is where families park, right here on Frelinghausen Street. Then they come in, we go upstairs, we have a fingerprint reader that really helps us to make sure that only people who are supposed to be in the building are in the building. And then I bring them in, I walk them through the center and into my office. When we get here, I start by asking them to tell me a little bit about what they're looking for in a childcare so that I can get a sense of what's important to them and hear a little bit more about what they need. And then I kind of respond to any questions or concerns that they have during that part. And then I start with just sharing more about what we are. I try to connect what we are to what they said too. So if they're saying, this is our first baby, we're really interested in safety and security, in the section of my spiel where I'm talking about relationships and communication, I'm saying in our infant room, like, we have 2 full-time teachers so that this person really gets to know you and your child, and that brings you peace of mind. I talk about the security system in that case. I talk about how we do our head counts, that everybody has their federal background checks done, so people feel comfortable. If they're telling me they're really interested in a strong curriculum, I talk about high scope. But generally I hit on 3 points, and these are the 3 points that I think make us stand out in Battle Creek. The first one is that we use the high scope curriculum throughout the center. It's important to us to have a strong daily routine. Sometimes people come in and say, is this a child care, a daycare, or a preschool? I'm like, it's a full service preschool and child care. We are here to partner with you in taking care of your child. The vast majority of children that attend our center are here because all adults in their home are working, and we're here to facilitate that for you and partner with you in that. We want to work with you. And there is no time of the day where it's just, let's let them do whatever they want. There's no like, a teacher is here in this part and then it's just a free-for-all, which is legitimately how some places are set up. They shouldn't be, but they are. So I talked to them about how the first thing is we use the high scope curriculum in all of our classes. We have training for our staff and support and development for our staff. On top of that, a lot of our staff are already fully qualified for their roles, so I tell them that too. Then I tell them the second thing that makes us unique is that we really do value having strong relationships, and it's a relatively small center. It has 7 classrooms, but it has a family community feel because the teachers are friendly, they know you. And then I also mention how our full-time teachers, there are 2 in each room, and that helps provide consistency of care and somebody that really knows the child's and their needs. And that's also something that's unique about us. A lot of other centers, they staff their rooms where people only work like 6 hours a day, or they're always in different classrooms, and that's not the way we do our staffing here, and it's intentional. So I talk about that, and I also talk about the daily note and or core advantage for communication. It's not a big selling point anymore. Most of the centers have that, and also daily note is not as good as Tadpoles was. But I still talk about it because it's important, and we do it anyway, so it's important for families to know that that's part of what we offer. And then the last thing I talk about is diversity, and that is something that is really important to most people that come here. And a lot of people really perk up when they hear that, they get excited, and I also mention how it's something that our staff value and that our staff, that a lot of our families are here for. So then I ask them if they have any questions. So they've told me a little bit, when they're in here in my office, they've told me a little bit about themselves. I've told them, like, these are our 3 things that make us unique. You may want to kind of think about, okay, is this true? Are these the things that kind of make us unique in Battle Creek? By and large, I think they are, but maybe over time there might be something else. We offer programs to fit a lot of different families, is something we might end up saying, But you want to emphasize what makes us unique and why they'd want to pick us over other places. And then the last thing I do is ask them what questions they have for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I talk to them about the enrollment process. So the enrollment process, I will go through the folder and talk about, okay, these are the forms that you have to fill out, and also these are the things you have to do to enroll. And I have a checklist like that for you, so you can have that memorized and look through them. Then I take them back to the classroom. I show them the classroom for a few minutes. I introduce them to the teachers. I try not to spend more than 5 minutes in the room, because the kids get into the toys and then they won't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you have a parent that doesn't have very good management over their own children, which happens a lot, then it's hard, because I don't want to discipline the children during the tour. It's uncomfortable. But sometimes you have to, and you were doing a great job today playing with them,
Guiding them.
encouraging them.
Mhm.
Yeah. And, she was kind of a little bit hands-off. Some parents are more like, hey, let's put this stuff away together. Let's do this together. Oh, it's time to leave. But not all the parents pick up on that stuff. And then the kids just playing for like 15 minutes. They don't want to go anywhere. You'd be surprised at how many people have this problem where the kids in here like tearing everything up. And I do say something to the child and try and correct their behavior if the parent really isn't doing anything, but it's uncomfortable and you want to try to avoid it. So that's why I'm like, hey, we're going to spend 5 minutes in here. If you tell them we're going to come in for 5 minutes, just check out the room, you can see the toys, and you can kind of set that expectation for the family. And then you're like, all right, great, it's time to go. And then you walk them out and you're like, thank you so much. You're going to get a follow-up from me. This family already enrolled. They filled out the contract, they want to enroll. But if most people are looking at a lot of places, and then you're going to say, hey, so we'll follow up with you in an email, and if you're interested in enrolling, your next step is to go ahead and sign the contract and send us a picture of it, and then we'll get everything started. We're really pleasure to meet you today. Looking forward to it. Goodbye. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's your kind of steps, and then I do have a template that I send to people
Correct.
in an email after the tour, and it's like, hey, here's your next steps for enrollment. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our website for more information.
Nice.
Thank
Okay.
you. Bye. So, yeah.